Hi, this is Alicia DR Hankins, and this is our Blitz Bash, where we are talking about how you can become the top earner. And it does say down there, what? Outside of my comfort zone? What are you talking about? So I've got Nicole Kauweloa here to bring us into that. What is this comfort zone thing we're going to talk about today?
Stepping outside of your comfort zone, becoming that top income earner in your company. Yes, you can do it. Number one, it just starts with basically making that decision, right? We just decide that that is where we want to be. And, maybe you find yourself in a company that has hundreds of thousands of people, right? There is a huge presence in your community, in your backyard of a lot of top income earners. Is there really room for you to grow to become that top income earner? Is there space, or do they kind of want to keep you where you are, keep you at a certain position and inhibit your growth because maybe they won't benefit from anything that you do if you become where they are? Kind of anything to add or any thoughts on that, Alicia?
That's a real unveiled truth we're talking about right here. So we're getting, down and deep in there. I know that everybody has potential to become the number one, this and that, but I know that I'm getting the feeling there, if you have hundreds of thousands of people already there in the company, there's two things that come to mind for me. I know me being the math person that I am, I think about the stats on that is if you already have hundreds of thousands of representatives, I mean, how many people are you going to find that don't know anything about what it is that you're bringing out there? I mean, they probably have already heard about it. They've probably maybe even already done it. I've had several people, approach me on different kinds of network marketing type products and businesses, and I'll say, oh yeah, I did that 10 years ago. I've seen it, done it. I've even signed up for it and left already. So when you're mentioning hundreds of thousands of people, I get that idea. And the other thing I get is if you're sitting in the audience and you're watching all these people, hundreds of thousands of people are with you at the event, and you seeing the one or two people that are above there. I don't know. I don't believe you'd be working with that actual person that's up there too, right? I mean, that's got to be some part, playing some part of your growth there.
Yeah, absolutely. When you choose who you work with, and that's one of the beauties of what this industry offers, is you can choose who you work with. And I mean, if you want to become one of those top income earners, I mean, the best way to learn and to get there would probably be to work with that type of person, right? I mean, and the cold hard truth about it is it's going to take you getting outside of your comfort zone and allowing you to grow. And I don't mean that, these top income earners are giving you any kind of great trainings, like what I'm kind of talking about is them kind of allowing you to be in that position that they're in, allowing you to step onto the stage, put yourself in front of your team, in front of people, and do what they do what the top income earners do, or, yeah.
I've seen an experience where say someone is your upline support, and then that upline support person really does sort of keep anyone who is downline at this arm's length. I mean, it's a real doggy dog world when you get down to business. But some groups are like this, and some leaders, I've been under leaders that are like this, where they're at a certain spot, and you want to come outside of your comfort zone, but maybe outside of your comfort zone is also outside of their comfort zone. So if they decide that they don't want you to be, more excelled than they are, then they're going to keep you within their comfort zone, really. So is that kind of the feeling that we're going with, or that's kind of where you're coming from there?
Yes, exactly. That's what it's exactly what I mean. You really can't go where someone else has not been. So, I mean, if that leader that you're following is not in a position that you want to be in, then why would you want to follow them? I mean, it may sound harsh, but it's the truth.
But that's the truth. That's the truth, right? And the thing is, when it's all said and done, it's a business, and in business, this is how things run. And the thing is that That's why we have people who move companies. I mean, I run into one camp that says, they never move companies because they're so loyal to your product. And then even though they're so loyal to their product, they're not making any money. They either make no money, or when they go and they, bring it out to cold market or even warm market for sure has already, dialed off. But cold market even has said, I've seen it, I've heard it. And the thing is that when you get to that point, then what do you do? What happens next?
Yes, and you can see yourself. I have this vivid picture in my mind of when this person that I'm speaking to, you're in this audience, you're looking up at this person and you see yourself there, but there's just something, maybe, like, again, I keep going back and you hear me saying the same thing. Maybe there's just not enough growth for you to be at that position. Maybe they're just giving you enough information to keep you at length, right? I mean,
Right. So you really have to be smart about it. You have to evaluate the position that you're in. You have to evaluate the company that you're in. You have to evaluate who you're with. And what we're talking about here is leaders. If you're a leader, one of the 2%ers that will raise your hand and actually step out in front of this, you need to have this environment where the person that is mentoring you or the people that you're working with are willing to let you get ahead of them. Basically, that's it. And like for me, I'm like, anybody who wants to get ahead of me, that would be fabulous. You get in the forefront, and then let me, follow you, and then let's just froggy hop that one, and we're talking about alphas and betas here. So you can become an alpha and I'll be happily a beta behind you, and then, let me come ahead and then let me be an alpha, and then you can be the beta, and we can just keep froggy hopping that way so that we end up growing. I mean, that's really the way leaders grow.
Yeah, it truly is. And with that being said, and with our base company, it does allow us to, even if we have a team, and I don't like saying that they're below you, but a team that follows behind you, and if they come up and they rise above your position, we still get compensated for that. There's so many companies out there that maybe that's why they're kind of keeping you away, because if you were to get to that position that they're at, they're not going to make anything off of that. And that's one of the reasons why, right? Why I joined this company is because of that. One of those very reasons. Yes, I can be in control of my time. Yes, I can make as little or as much money as I want. But, it also allows everyone to be successful. Everyone who wants to be a leader to be a leader. That is why.
And that's pretty amazing too. People don't realize that there are companies out there that once you get to a certain level, any level, when your downline actually gets ahead of you, you get cut off from your earnings, or something happens to your earnings, it's diminished. You no longer are actually making the types of advanced commissions that you originally were making. So essentially, it's probably not what they set out to do when they set this system up, but what happens is people stop teaching the people up and coming. And that's one thing that I really love about this, because I was a school teacher for a while, and it was just too much politics and all of that. So I really love doing this because I can teach people how to become leaders. I can teach people how to earn money. I can teach people how to get an online business. I can teach people to market to this point. And it doesn't scare me at all with our base company or with our marketing platform that they would ever get, 10, 15, 100 times better than me. That's what I'm aiming for. I would love for that to happen. I mean, that would be just one of the most wonderful things, because in all three avenues that we have for our team, you would still be making, what it is that you set out to do. You're not penalized in any way for someone to outshine you. I mean, which would be fantastic, right?
It sure is. And that's one of the advantages of our team itself, is we actually want people to live up to their potential, to be that person that they want to be, inhibit anyone's growth. Everyone has something to offer, and we truly want to see that. With the advantage of our company being in the United States market for 2 years, I mean, talk about time. Tell I talk to all the time say timing is everything. I mean, we have that great perfect timing. It could not be any better. There's not like hundreds of thousands, even millions of distributors or business partners out there. So I mean, that is another reason that really excited me. There's so many different reasons why I chose this base company, and I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy.
And you can easily see someone coming in today to be number 231 up there on the stage, right?
Yes, we can totally see it. And like I said, again, the advantage of the team is we have so many great marketing weight strategies for people to use. We have people being able to, I mean, there's so many different avenues for people that we want them to be successful, and it's just about finding the one that works for you and get yourself out there, put yourself out there. It can be done. I believe in you. I mean, flat out.
Yeah. And that really helps, because I think, we birthed this episode of our Blitz Bash because we were brainstorming about people that we know. I mean, once you're in one company, you pretty much know other people in other companies, and it's people that we've gone through a previous company or other companies with, and you're still in touch with those people, and then our own pains come up, right? I mean, everybody has their pain and struggle or whatever it is, and when you look back at those, if you had given up at that point where someone told you, here's the number one person. And when you realize that the number one person has had, this, that, and the other thing happen, and then know that they've basically put some people on the side so that they don't lose out on anything. When you find that little catch about, if someone gets ahead of them, then they're somehow going to lose out something. Then, those kind of things are a little disheartening. So we were trying to figure out a way to put this out here today to show that there's something beyond that there are companies, and for us, we found a company that we work with as our base company that does not have that as a catch-22. We also have, a marketing platform that has the same point. You can get as far as you want. It doesn't matter about like caps. There's no ceiling. And that's the freedom to it. There's just no ceiling. Sky's the limit. You want to be the person that's up there number one tomorrow? Hey, go for it. And we're here to be perfectly fine with that. And it would be great because we're talking alphas and betas. We were discussing the differences between the alphas and the betas, and we were talking about alpha leaders. Alpha leaders are really out there. They'll raise their hand. They'll get straight to the point. They want to know, what are the numbers? What's the profit margins for me? What are commissions? Betas are, what do I have to do? Show me what it is that I have to do, and I will implement the system, and I want to be successful. So I believe we have it for both options.
Yes, we do. We truly do. We have space for everyone here. Everyone, for the alphas that are screaming to put themselves out there. They have so much to offer, so much to give, so much to pour into people. There's a position for you. And even for the betas, the people that those are the movers, the shakers, the people who are going to get things done. There's absolutely room for every single one. Everyone has value, and I really truly believe that. And thank you guys so much for allowing us to pour into you, to share this kind of information with you. I hope you find tremendous value in it, and I'm excited.
I know. And we really want to reach out today to say, really, can you look at what's going on with you right now? Are you constantly challenged to be outside of your comfort zone? Because what will happen if you're not outside of your comfort zone and something isn't challenging for you, what you're going to find is that you're very frustrated. You're not getting the results that you want. You're saying to yourself, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am not seeing the return that I want. So we'd like you to, really dig deep there and take a look at what's happening. And, maybe you have to consider a change. Change leads to growth. So we're hoping that you get a lot of value from this. Come back to us again. We're going to have another Blitz Bash because we're on our 90-day Blitz Bash. And, we'll be bringing in different things, business, marketing, and don't forget product, because we're going to have a great New Year's thing coming up, right?
Yes, we are. Thank you.